Today, we're diving into the fascinating, and a bit perplexing, world of AMD stock. Picture this: one day, AMD surges by a thrilling 24%, lighting up your screen like a firework display on the 4th of July, and the very next day, the momentum fizzles out like a sparkler run out of gas. We're here to unravel the mystery behind these moves, explore what's behind a dramatic bounce from roughly $76 to $97 in a single day, and give you the lowdown of top analysts. So if you're an investor trying to navigate these dizzying ups and downs, or if you just love a good stock market roller coaster, buckle up. Let's break it down. AMD's 24% surge, the roller coaster that didn't last. Let's start with the jaw-dropping headline: AMD shot up 24% on Wednesday. Now, that kind of move is like seeing your favorite sports car accelerate past every other vehicle on the highway in a matter of seconds. It grabs your attention, makes you want to hit the gas pedal, and makes you wonder what magic is happening under the hood. The spark behind the surge. But what propelled AMD to such heights, even if just for a day? There are several possibilities. For one, market sentiment can be volatile, often like a tightrope walker whose balance can shift with a tiny breeze of positive news. Perhaps investors sensed a new wave of technological innovation or industry trends favoring AMD's semiconductor prowess. In this hyper-competitive world of chips, even a hint of better-than-expected demand or breakthrough technology can send shockwaves through the market. Imagine you're at a theme park and suddenly a huge sign lights up with "Free rides for one day!" Everybody rushes in excitement, even if the long-term value of the ride hasn't changed. That's kind of what happened here. An exuberant burst of buying pushed AMD's shares higher, even if the fundamentals weren't screaming, "This is it!" or the most likely, Trump tariff pause. As we rolled into Thursday, that exuberant surge began to lose steam. Picture that roller coaster again. After the thrilling climb, the ride starts its descent, and your stomach lurches, not because the ride is dangerous, but because the excitement is gradually fading. As trading continued on Thursday, AMD lost some of its upward momentum. Why the sudden decline? What happens when a stock that has recently soared is hit by a dose of reality? Well, often investors who bought on the hype start taking profits. It's as if you've just won a huge pizza giveaway and then decide to cash in before the next round of giveaways. Profit-taking is a normal part of the cycle. However, if too many investors dump their shares, the momentum can stall, or even reverse, leading to a cooling-off phase. In AMD's case, after an eye-catching surge, possibly the selling pressure started to build up again. Investors began to ask questions. Was that surge sustainable? And, do we really have enough fundamental support at these levels? With AMD under the spotlight and having previously been under heavy selling pressure since it peaked above $227, traders were cautious. It's like being at a party where the music suddenly stops. Everyone hesitates, unsure if the DJ will pick up the beat again. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word "more." Just go ahead and type the word "more" so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The bounce back, from $76.48 to $96.84 in just one day. Among the chaos of heavy selling pressure, an intriguing event happened. AMD stock bounced sharply from roughly $76.48 to $96.84 in a single day. That's an almost 20% jump, and it reignited some bullish sentiment, even if just temporarily. A wild bounce. What does it mean? Imagine you're playing with a bouncy ball that's been deflated after repeated use. Suddenly you pump it up, and it bounces almost back to its original height. That's similar to what we saw with AMD. Despite being hit hard, there was a sudden burst of buying energy that propelled the price upward. Perhaps some opportunistic investors saw this dip as a buy low moment, a classic example of buy the dip in action. The dramatic nature of this rebound suggests that, deep down, there remains a belief among some market participants that AMD still has room to grow. It's like watching a phoenix rise from the ashes. Even after heavy selling pressure brings the price down, There's always the possibility of a surprise rally that stokes investor optimism, even if it may only be temporary. Now, let's talk about analyst commentary. TD Cowen, a well-known name in the investment world, maintained its buy rating on AMD shares despite the recent volatility. However, they did reduce their price target from $135 to $110. What's possibly behind this adjustment? Think of it this way. Imagine you're expecting your favorite band to headline a major concert. Initially, you're promised an explosive performance that sets your heart racing, an expectation that could be likened to the $135 price target. But after attending a few shows and realizing that while they're great, the performance isn't consistently mind-blowing, you recalibrate your expectations. You still love the band, hence the buy rating, but you're now comfortable with a lower, more realistic price target. TD Cowen's revised target suggests that while they see long-term value in AMD, the recent volatility and possible headwinds require a tempered outlook. It's a balancing act, staying optimistic and holding on while acknowledging that the stock might not rocket to the lofty heights some had anticipated. The lowered target acts as a reminder of caution amid the exuberance, urging investors to temper their expectations with a dose of reality. What should investors do? Strategies to navigate the AMD roller coaster. So, with a 24% surge followed by a loss of momentum, a dramatic intraday bounce, and a nuanced take from TD Cowen, what's an investor to do? Here are some ideas to consider. Stick to a plan. Dollar cost averaging (DCA). One of the best methods to handle market volatility is to adopt a disciplined investing strategy, like dollar cost averaging (DCA). Instead of trying to predict the perfect moment to buy, DCA involves investing a fixed amount of money regularly, regardless of the stock's price. This approach smooths out your cost basis over time. Imagine you're at a candy store where the prices change every hour. Instead of trying to guess when the candy is cheapest, you decide to buy a little bit every day. Over time, you accumulate a stash of candy at an average price that's less affected by the store's hourly mood swings. That's the idea behind DCA, a strategy that helps you avoid the pitfalls of trying to time market peaks and troughs. Buying the dip, seize the opportunity. When AMD experienced a significant drop and then rebounded dramatically, it highlighted a key takeaway. Sometimes, a dip can be a prime opportunity to buy. If you believe in the fundamentals of AMD and its long-term prospects, then moments when the stock dips, like when it plummeted from levels above $227 to the current range, could be your chance to pick up more shares at a discount. Think of it like a clearance sale at your favorite store. When you see an item you love drop in price significantly, it's tempting to grab a few more pieces while the price is low. Buying the dip is all about taking advantage of the volatility and building your position gradually, rather than waiting for a perfect moment that may never come. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.